So we pitched against 5 agencies. 5 agencies, and I'm from Great, and also my business is a partner. So we came in, and how we stay very simple and relevant. Strategically of what the consumer in Vietnam wants. We learned later that many agencies come in with a big idea, big creative, and they lost. At the end of the day, when we look back at it, because when you want to compete, you gotta analyze. When you look back at it, because there are 2 factors involved. Number 1, this is very important. Number 1, the team, because they say youngster have a lot of energy, a lot of, want to prove. But if you're not out there, you don't have experience. When you don't have experience, what you put down is your thinking at that time, right? Your feeling. As an experience, example, if you want to sell something for a 40 years old man, you have to be able to associate with that 40 years old man lifestyle to be able to sell. Right? So that's his number 1. Meaning, that's what I mean about range of experience. You have to have a range of experience. Number 2. This is not against Daniel, but this is very honest of what I'm sharing. They said, you need like international creative to be good at creative. Is it really true? No. I met a lot of people I really respect for what they great work. Great creative doesn't mean can convert. It had to combine with the right strategy to build and to push that creativity. That creative is just a vehicle to get people attention, engagement with you. But strategically of how you stay with them, how you connect with them is very important. So, but that is not coming from only like, okay, here's my account manager, account director, let's write a plan to sell a real estate that worth like $1 million house for 40 years old plus people, and they can write it. So that's why I advise all my team members, everybody, people are like, oh, wow, you really want people to go party? I said, no, you're wrong. You have to be out there. What you learn in agency, you learn enough. And you're gonna learn more from every day from your friends. What you need to learn is real out there of what it really means. It's not a picture you create in your mind, right? So being said that, so that's what we built Notch at the time. So my role is strategy, right? I've been through, so I build strategy. We have Đức at the time to build operation. Tuấn will take Tuấn DNA, right, today. We'll take care of creative, and Quân will be more like, like technical and other things. Okay? I'm not a good technical guy, to be honest. And we sell forward. So that is one thing that at the time helped me to sell forward with Notch. But then, for the second agency afterward, when I built, when we faced with different issues. Digital at the time is too new. In 2007, you go out there, you can pitch, you get some good thought. Today, clients, everyone, like every of you sitting here, I guarantee that you would teach me what digital means, right? So, I mean, everyone knows everything. Everyone knows about pricing. Everyone knows about like, okay, the market, because they've been through the last 10 years, 20 years, whatever. And it seems like 1,000 agency that propose thing, right? So with them is no longer just something new. With them is something that's different, right? The client or people we talk, even tomorrow you be my client, you will say that the same thing to me. Hey, we need to create an edge. We need to be different, okay? We need to win the market. So my experience to tell you that this is funny. How many of you here from agency? Anyone from agency? 1, 2, 3. Okay. How many of you from agency that hear clients say that I want something big, something great, but when you send something over big and great, and they say, nah, I don't want to do it. Right? You've seen every day, right? They say, no, great, big, and you send over, the next day, you are shocked because you're not winning a pitch. So you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Because the market in Vietnam is not ready for something big. Something that out of the box. It's not US, it's not Europe. The market in Vietnam is a market where people just like consumer. We know the word repertoire, right? This market is repertoire market, meaning consumer will switch brands every day. Thay đổi thương hiệu. Like they change, right? It's a promotion market because FMCG, Unilever guys, P&G, all these guys spoil them. Back in the day, when you give promotion to the sale, right? New brand coming in, you need sale, promotion. Oh, more from me about it. And later it become a repertoire. Repertoire because there's no loyalty here, really. Anyone here can tell me you are loyal to one brand, I don't believe you. Even me, I'm loyal to one girlfriend. How can you be loyal to one brand? Okay? So, it's a joke by the way. So what I mean is, when it's a repertoire market, then your client is same thing. In the mindset, doesn't matter. A brand builder, they are very conservative in taking something completely too far. They want something that's close, relevant, immediate, right? They need to convert sales. They need to convert many things. Agency always asks, like, how can you help me with sales? Right? Today, we heard that all the time. Well, you know what? We are not trade marketing agency. We're advertising agency. We help you branding. We don't help you with sales. Okay? It will spill over. It helps to improve your brand image, etc., etc. And it lead to the sales. Yes, of course, but we're not directly doing the sales. Right? We're not sales agency. Right? But that's what client wants. So, when I built this second agency, until today, which is we also work with Greg, there are how many words? 4. I have 4 words that I always tell all my staff, doesn't matter what, and I tell even Tiger brand today, I still tell them. Number 1 is quality. You don't deliver your quality, you're not there. I'm not talking about quality. You know, there are many ways to build agency. Okay, we have a 0 record of doing what we call is under table kickback. Let's be honest with you. Okay, we are here today because we sell our strategy effectively. That's why we are here. So from that, what we say is, number 1, our rule of thumb when we operate is quality. Why quality? Quality is something that sometimes people always talk, but really you deliver, right? Only the insider, one who runs it, to know it. So quality means that you have to put yourself in the client's shoes. You don't need to love the brand. The other week, a few months back, when I read an article about when you work with a brand, when you love a brand, or will it be better? You perform better if you love the brand? Actually, the article is right, no. The answer is no, because when you love the brand too much, when you love your girlfriend too much, you keep it home. Okay? You don't want your girlfriend to be out, your boyfriend to be out. Okay? But you want something to be better. It's not about love. You know? It's just like the heart, the will. So it's a quality that you have to put yourself in the client's shoes. My team hates me. My team at Gray hates me as well. Because they say, like, why the F? You know, sometimes we talk very friendly. Why the F you would like challenge me in a thing we should go to sell the client and then we get done with it? I said, well, you know what? They're very simple, because if I don't put myself in the client's shoes, when they challenge you, you know what I mean? So basically when clients challenge you, you're done. Right? So that's number 1. So it's quality in all around. When you look at things, quality in your thinking, quality in your growth, quality in your creative. It don't have to be big. I'm not talking about big or small creativity. I'm not talking big or small strategy. But quality is number 1. You have to bring your mentality out of that. Number 2, performance. The difference, why I said the word performance. there's many reasons why I say why for quality or performance. Let me say why for quality first. Why quality? Because for a local agency, we are behind an international agency in a few things. Number one, network. We don't have regional network, so that global brand will give us the project, right? Number two, what we don't have is we don't have the finance to invest as big as a global agency, right? So there's many other factors, right? You know, the bigness, the reputation, and everything. So what we can sell off, we sell off our quality of how we achieve things. Many people thinking, well, you know what, I have to make my profit first, right? I have to sell, make my profit first. Well, that's international agency, right? It's a business is for money. Business is not about just doing for fun, right? But for a local agency, when I started out, it's my rule of thumb, and it's have to stay. Because that is when you can equip yourself, client can trust you, that they know that you can deliver, then they start giving you projects, okay? And there are many other factors, but that's number one, why quality. Number two is performance. When I say performance, it's so important. People say, well, performance means, you know what, I give my client like halfway done KPI. Like, you know, instead you run Facebook ads and you can spend like $40,000, like shit, this one I can get like, you know, like 100,000 engagement, no like. But let's tell them 20,000. It happens every day, right? It's very real. I'm here to talk experience. I'm not going to be, you know, biased for one way or another. But what performance means is you have to be real. You have to be real to not just that client, but you have to be real to your business performance. Your long-term business performance is very important. When you work for an international agency, you can tell client 20 lies with $40,000. But when you work at a local agency, you can't. That's number one. You have to outrun that. You give the client, even if it's high already, you have to run exceeding it. And we're not talking about cheating. You can cheat lie, you can cheat a lot of things, but we don't prefer that way because there's always a way to track it, right? Today I don't do a lot of digital anymore, the other team do, but I started from there, so we all understand how and certain things we can do. And why is that performance? Because I learned this one thing when I've been in international agency. Very proactive, very heart-driven, because I am in Gray, Ogilvy, DDB, or all these established MyShare M Group agency. But there's one thing is still lacking in it. The heart is not enough because it's not your business. You know what I mean? They are doing things to full their capabilities, but it's just like, you know, like a printing machine. And they come out with a plan. They come out with something. When we see that, we say that's a different thing. Yes, they can do that. You know, they can do that, they can be like that, because there's always a client tomorrow. But we cannot be a printing machine. So we have to be always perform better. We have to be proactive. We have to take another step forward. Always call client up, let's meet up. We have some of these ideas, we have some of these things, you know, optimize your plan. Let's not just put out a media plan and run to the end and say, oh, sorry, you know what, we cannot meet the KPI. No, let's optimize every day. I remember when I went down, before when it's built, when I went down to an event, or I went down on the site, on the digital website that we built, and when I see something, because I stand in the client's shoes, so when I see something that even client doesn't expect like that, I start asking like, hey, look, the client even don't expect like that, so why you do like that? Right? All they want is like this. That thinking is wrong. Let me tell you why it's wrong. Yes, it's good because you make more money, right? You only do like like that, make more money. But I tell you what is wrong. It's wrong because you actually demotivate your team members. You don't let them grow over it. You don't let them have a chance to take that risk, because you take that risk to be better. You take that finance to make less money, to make something better. But that will drive the team forward. So that's more about team later, but I mean, like, that's another thing of why it's important for a local agency to think a bit different when you want to fight and move forward. So we already drive up the performance. But then, with the second agency, I'm like, you know what? It works sometimes, but it doesn't work a lot of time too. So I'm like, okay, what is it, right? We always sitting there, we think about like big thing, big idea, you know. I'm from research, I can read any data research. We can connect the research agency to get any research just like any other agencies. And we can do like, you know, all the positioning, proposition, all these things. And I learned one thing, simple and relevant. Simple and relevance are the two words that have been with me for the last about 5 years, and today is still. And for many brands that I'm working with today, I still do that. Why simple and relevance? When we used to build brand, we want something sophisticated, we want something great, we want something to impress the consumers. We want to think creatively, like big thing. Big technology, big everything, right? And we just like, you know what, bomb it out, do it. You know, client gonna love it, look at it, win it, boom. You forgot one thing, client have a life experience too. At the end of the day, they don't sell their products, they get in problems, right? We don't perform, we fail. So, what it means about simple relevance? Simple relevance means that how the simplicity level, đơn giản. The simplicity level, when you approach a strategy, a creative concept, don't take me wrong, it still has a bigness. The bigness isn't about a big idea, like, you know, like 360 panoramic, and you know, like big ass dome and like projection 360, making in the middle of the city, all these technology. No. Technology, everything still be there. But how can you make it simple enough so people can engage? And people can believe that, you know, you are close to me. Simple to help improve closeness. Very important. And that is one thing that go with us to build a brand, and go with us to win a lot of projects. Not only here, we are today with an agency of, you know, global in Southeast Asia, but that is what it makes. So simplicity. Right? You gotta keep that in your mind. It's like, oh, big thing, big thing. Relevance. Why relevance? Because we always hear client complaints. Right? In my course of work, my client always complains. You know what? At first, when I heard your idea, I feel it's so fantastic. Right? Oh, so beautiful. You know, like all these giant big things, and I believe the client, like consumer, will love it. But when you hear through, at the end of the presentation, you say, how's that going to be relevant to my positioning? You know what I mean? Creative, the difference between creative and strategist and accounts or all the thing is creative can fly and always defend the creativity. A strategy writer, account lead, what you can see is how relevant it is to a brand because you protect the brand. The core, we call it the essence of the brand. So what we see out there is people to dive into like making like big, you know, big idea. Of course, a local agency like us, we don't have like, how much is it, $30,000? $20,000 you pay for creative head, ECD? Of course we don't, right? We don't have 440 triệu for an ECD, executive creative director, head of creative, a big one, right? We don't. So we had to develop something that works for us, and that works for us is like relevance. It works for me until today, and I believe as a local agency that we come forward, I believe it will also work for many agencies who want to go out there and to compete. The bigness of thing, the creative of thing, is just when you are simple enough, when you have the relevancy, thực tế, closeness with the consumers enough, with the brand, with the values, with the things, then you can inject the creative in, make it a bit bigger. You can inject the technology in to make bigger, right? Don't start by technology, I want to do this, right? Then you say, I will do it. Because that detract you, it will take you away from the track of what you want to build. Okay? So you have to hold what it means for that brand and stay close as you can and only inject on top. And it helps us to win many projects. And I mean, like, it's not only myself doing it, of course, it's a team who also doing it. Also, like now with Gray also great agency, DDB, great agency before when Daniel was there, and many other agencies. I work with JWT based.